It doesn't get much better than being the starting quarterback at Ohio State, and Will Howard or Devin Brown can earn that title during fall camp.
You are Locked On Buckeyes, your daily podcast on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in, Buckeye fans, to a Wednesday edition of Locked On Buckeyes, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day here on Wednesday, July 31st in the year 2024. I'm your host, Jay Stevens, also the host of the Jay Stevens Podcast, and today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. It doesn't get much better than being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University. And all around the country, every school has a starting quarterback, from the FCS level to D3 to D2 to the FBS level, at the G5 level, the Power 5 level. Everybody has a starting quarterback. And there's some schools out there that think, well, their starting quarterback job is more important than anybody else's. They're wrong. It doesn't get much better than being a starting quarterback at The Ohio State University. And once again, for back-to-back all seasons, Ohio State has a quarterback battle during fall camp. Last year went into the regular season. I hope it doesn't happen this year. I don't think Ryan Day wants that to happen this year, which means there's one guy on the team that can earn that title during fall camp. I don't know which one guy will actually win it. Will Howard might do it. Devin Brown might do it. Julian Sand might do it. I think those are the three guys that have the shot to earn the title of QB1. It's not going to be given to you. This isn't Sunday afternoon after church and someone's making a plate for you. No, you must earn the title of QB1 in Columbus. And honestly, right now, with us being on the eve of fall camp in 2024, these quarterbacks must have their mind right. They must be focused. They must understand the playbook, know the checks, know the audibles, know the things that are going to be asked of them, and then go out there on the football field and make those things happen. The practice field, that is. Doing it on the football field on Saturdays in the fall, that's coming very, very soon. Of course, Will Howard is a guy that came to Ohio State, and we all believe he's going to be the starting quarterback in Columbus when he transferred, when he made that announcement. But the announcement has not been made just yet about who the starting quarterback is going to be. Now, this may be Ryan Day just delaying the announcement. Maybe he needs to see more from Will Howard, just like Denzel Burke made very clear during Big Ten Media Days that he needs to see more from Howard in fall camp. That's fine. I like that mindset. But maybe it's Devin Brown. Maybe it's Julian Sand. I think Julian Sand's the one guy that's on the outside of the conversation. I would be shocked, absolutely shocked, if Ryan Day named a true freshman the week one starter. And if that's the case, what does that say about Devin Brown and Will Howard? Specifically Will Howard. Devin Brown ain't played that much. Generally, when he's been on the field, it's been in mop-up duty in a backup role. The one time he started, he ended up getting hurt in that game, unfortunately, and he got hurt last year during off-season workouts. Got hurt last year against Purdue. We haven't been able to see Devin Brown that much. So I don't think Julian Sand, the potential of him winning the job, and let's say he does win it, it's not really a shot at Devin Brown, even though it might be, but it says a lot about Will Howard. You lost, if it's possible, if it actually happens, he would have lost his job to a cat who's green. Ain't done nothing. Ain't had a chance to do nothing. That's how green he is. Whoo, that would be a big stir. That would be something we'd be talking about here on the show. But, man, you got to earn this title, man. Ain't nobody going to give this to you. No. This ain't that. This ain't something where you can just come in and say, oh, man, I know what happened at my previous school. I ain't got to work for this title at Ohio State. I know it's bigger than K-State. I know it's a bigger platform. I know it's a bigger stadium. I know the expectations are a whole lot higher in Columbus than they are in Manhattan. I understand all of that. But, man, please, I ain't got to come here and earn this thing. If Will Howard came to Ohio State with that mindset, I don't think Ryan Day would be speaking about him in the ways that he is right now. Man, earn it every day, every snap, every rep, every film session. Even before fall camp starts, you can earn it. And my belief and my hope, Ryan Day, I said it earlier about the plan Ryan Day should have as far as when he's going, how to handle the quarterback competition during fall camp. Already coming with a plan, already know what you want to see, already be willing and able to be flexible and alter that thing on the fly to adapt to the situation right in front of you. And if I'm Will Howard or Devin Brown or Julian Sanders, just focus on those three guys, they got to be ready to just do their job consistently. It's going to be tough. The pressure is going to be on you. I know CJ Stroud and Ryan Day echo what CJ Stroud said when he said pressure is a privilege. Not everybody believes that. Also, even if you don't believe that, a lot of people don't want the pressure. Pressure puts you in situations that you might not like being in. Pressure is something that when you're in the midst of pressure, you might not respond well. You know the story I talked about recently, about a month ago or so, about a guy at my former high school that was the backup quarterback, was put out to start this game, put on Front Street because the starting quarterback was hurt. I believe the backup was a sophomore. And what did you find? Man, them brights was too light. It was too light for him. And they'll say, Jay, like, what do you mean the brights are too light? Did they turn the lights up? Absolutely not. No. But it's a whole lot different going from the practice field to the Friday night lights. It's a whole lot different when you're going from a backup position on a Friday night light to being the guy. It's tough. And it's also tough being the quarterback at Ohio State. Think about what Kyle McCord, CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, and Dwayne Haskins, and even JT Barrett have gone through via the criticism that they've had to endure when they were the starting quarterback at Ohio State. Think about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got a lot of heat for what he didn't do at Ohio State from some people saying, oh, Joe Burrow ain't this, Joe Burrow ain't that. Look, it's not the same way as Haskins or Barrett or Fields or Stroud or McCord. It's not the same thing, but people were saying, oh, Joe Burrow ain't. People were saying a lot of crazy things. It's pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure on you. The criticism's coming. The harsh, not really harsh analysis, the proper analysis is coming. We know we don't deal with the poor analysis around here. Hashtag poor analysis. Get that on somewhere. It's coming. But also, proper analysis shouldn't provide pressure for you. I mean, it may. If it does, okay, good. But proper analysis is simply analyzing the things you do on the field, which is exactly what Ryan Day, Chip Kelly, Brian Hartline, and the other coaches and the analysts are going to be doing every single day. They're going to be analyzing the quarterback play specifically. Yeah, there's other position battles and other things that are going on, and some say Henderson start over Judkins. I would probably prefer Judkins starting over Henderson. I know what the numbers say. I know what a lot of you believe. Trust me. I think Judkins should start over Henderson. And this is not me saying Judkins is going to be a future first-round pick. This is just my gut speaking right now, that I think Judkins is going to be the more productive running back for Ohio State this year. And if you're more productive, you start him. Period, point blank. And you know what period, point blank is? You got to earn the title of QB1. Not going to be handed over to you. You got to earn it. Will Howard, Devin Brown, or maybe Julian Sand, one of those guys will earn or should earn or can, let's go with the can earn the title of QB1 in Columbus, and they'll do it during fall camp. Speaking of earning things, there's a few Ohio State players that are on a preseason watch list that can earn national awards at the end of the season. Who has the best shot to do that? I'll tell you next. This episode is brought to you by Gametime. Gametime is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Gametime app actually go down the closer it gets to the first pitch, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. We all love summer baseball. It's here. It'll get us between that gap between the period we're in right now to the start of Ohio State's football season. Check out the flash deals at Gametime. The zone deals are all in pricing and also the lowest price guarantee, because Gametime helps you take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Warmer, sunnier days are calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you waiting for? With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Head to factormeals.com/LockedOnCollege50 and use code LockedOnCollege50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code LockedOnCollege50 at factormeals.com/LockedOnCollege50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Are you watching Fox Sports or ESPN on your TV all day? Have to turn down the volume with all that shouting? Make the switch to Locked On Sports today, a free 24/7 sports streaming channel program for you every day to bring you the biggest stories without all the screaming. Locked On Sports today brings you can't miss analysis, opinions, and news, streaming 24/7 on YouTube or the free Amazon Fire TV channels app, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thank you for making Locked On Buckeyes your first listen every day. If you want to be a Locked On Buckeyes insider, go to the show notes on this episode and click the link under the Locked On Buckeyes subtext, and you'll get Ohio State news sent right to your phone daily. Ohio State is one of those schools that is going to have numerous players that have legitimate shots to win a national college football award. Ryan Day can win them as the head coach, or there's assistant coaches awards. There's also awards going at the conference level. Ohio State can have a quarterback win award, a running back win an award, a receiver win an award, a DB win an award. Why? Because that's how talented they are. And not just because they're talented, but that's how elite the talent is on this roster. And the Maxwell Award list is out, and the Dodd Trophy Award preseason watch list is out. All of these watch lists are out. And it's making me wonder, what Ohio State players have a legitimate shot among some of these preseason watch lists to win the award they're on the preseason watch list for? I know it's a lot to say right there, but let's hop right into it. Let's not waste any time. When it comes to the Maxwell Award, this is an award that goes to, it's like a Player of the Year award. College football has numerous Player of the Year awards, and the three Ohio State players that are on the watch list right now, Emeka Egbuka, Quinshon Judkins, and Will Howard. And among these three players, I know the favorite might be Egbuka by some, but to me, I think on these three, it's Quinshon Judkins. We all know right now that Chip Kelly is going to put a premium on running the football. Now, it's not going to be running the ball 70% of the time and throwing the ball 30% of the time. I don't think it's going to be the way that's going to be going. However, I do think it will not be the air raid type of offense we have grown to see and accustomed to watching under Ryan Day. No, it'll be more running the ball. And who is the more doable running back at Ohio State? Quinshon Judkins. Absolutely. That's not a negative thing to say, but unfortunately, TreVeyon Henderson has been hit by the injury bug, I do believe, every year he's been in Columbus. I'm hoping for a clean bill of health this year for him, but it might happen again. Now, for Egbuka, I think the thing that hurts him, you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Cardell Tate, you got Brandon Ennis, which every day has heard a show about yesterday. For Will Howard, I think he's going to hand the ball off so much, and he's not going to be asked to do the Stroud-type things or play the Justin Fields hero ball occasionally that he played in 2020. I don't think he's going to do that. Where Fields, I think, was trying to win the Heisman Trophy in 2020 and kind of hurt his play on the field a little bit that year. I do think it's Quinshon Judkins who has the best opportunity amongst this group to win that national awards, a Player of the Year award. And really quickly, I do believe, the Maxwell Award is technically an Outstanding Player Award, just like the Heisman Memorial Trophy. The Walter Camp Award is the Player of the Year award, which is weird because a Heisman winner last year was Jaden Daniels. The Maxwell Award, which is also an Outstanding Player of the Year award last year, was Michael Penix Jr. The Player of the Year award by the Walter Camp Foundation, Jaden Daniels. Very weird how college football is still in this state where they got so many different organizations and foundations handing out awards, and none of them sometimes are on the same page. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, when it comes to other players at Ohio State that are on watch lists right now, the Bronco Nagurski, and this is one that I saw recently, and the Bronco Nagurski Award is an award that is handed out to the Defensive Player of the Year. Very simple, very self-explanatory. Now changing the wording about that, the guys that are on the watch list for that are Buckeyes, Caleb Downs, Tyleik Williams, JT Tuimoloau, and Denzel Burke. And amongst those four guys, I think it's pretty easy. It's Caleb Downs. 107 tackles last year as a true freshman at Alabama. Excuse me? Under Nick Saban, excuse me? That don't really happen. No. You may start as a freshman, which is still really unheard of, but you may have an opportunity to play as a freshman. Maybe. But 100-plus tackles? SEC Freshman of the Year? I believe all SEC first-team guy? I want to say he was an All-American too? Think about how good that is for him as a true freshman. Now, the other guys that are on this list, watch this right now, Tyleik Williams, it's going to be hard for a D tackle to win this award. Very, very, very hard. I don't think him or Tuimoloau have an Ndamukong Suh type of season coming up for them to be able to be in the running for this at the end of the season to be a finalist to win the award. Denzel Burke, if Denzel Burke played both ways or if he was a returner, I would say yes, he would have a better option to, but this is a Defensive Player of the Year award. But if you're playing both ways, you're going to be your numbers on defense are already going to be inflated a little bit, not because they're going to be different, but because, he's exerting all of this energy. He's doing all of this stuff. I think Denzel Burke is a phenomenal, an All-American already, but it's going to be hard for him to win this award. Guys aren't throwing his way this year. Ain't nobody throwing his way. Jordan Hancock ain't going to get them any throws either. I mean, he's going to get more than Burke, just the nature of him being the slot corner, but he ain't going to get that much either. Davidson Igbinosun, he's getting all the attention, which is a great thing to know going into a season. Now, the others that are on watch list, the Outland Trophy, that is going to the outstanding interior lineman. That could be offense or defense. The three guys, now this is kind of weird. They got Josh Fryer listed on this. Josh Fryer, Donovan Jackson, and Tyleik Williams that we all, unless they know something we don't know. Josh Fryer to me is going to be a right tackle this year, not a right guard. Even if he was going to be a right guard, an interior offensive lineman, I don't think he's going to win this award. Kind of shocked he's on the watch list. I know you're at Ohio State, but sir, you still got a lot of question marks about you when you're on the football field. I'm not trying to hurt his feelings, but I don't really see Josh Fryer being the guy that is, that dude on the football field on the offensive line. Workout Warrior has done a lot of great things this offseason. But when it comes to this, winning an award, a national award at the end of the season, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Tyleik Williams has the best option over Donovan Jackson to do it. But even then, once again, do I think Tyleik Williams is going to have an Ndamukong Suh type of season this year to win this? He don't need to be that. He don't need to be that dude, that elite this year to win this award. But I don't think it's going to happen. That does not mean he won't not be a finalist or on the semifinal list at the end of the season. But buddy, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very, very tough. It's also going to be tough to do something Denzel Burke said the team needs to do this year. We'll dive into what he had to say about the lofty expectations surrounding Ohio State this season. That's coming at you next. This episode is brought to you by eBay Motors. Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts, for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. This episode is brought to you by Billiards Plus. Billiards Plus has the best selection of pool tables, game tables, shuffleboard tables, and more, and the best service in Central Ohio. Everything you need for in-home and even backyard entertainment is at Billiards Plus. Billiards Plus carries the best pool tables from Brunswick, Ohio, Canada, Billiards, and more. They are family-owned and operated, and when you talk to the staff at Billiards Plus, you know you're talking to an expert who won't steer you wrong. No matter the season, Billiards Plus has you covered for all your indoor and outdoor entertainment needs. Kenny, Sarah, and the whole staff will always go above and beyond to give you the best customer service in the industry. Billiards Plus. Visit their showroom on Double Stitcher Drive in Dublin. Thank you for making Locked On Buckeyes your first listen every day. If you want to become an Ohio State Buckeyes, Locked On Buckeyes insider, click the Locked On Buckeyes subtext link in the show notes of this episode. You will get Ohio State news sent right to your phone daily. Ohio State this year, they have what one person called not just national title aspirations, national title expectations. And when your team has national title expectations, sometimes that noise from around is not just noise that will start from outside of the practice facility and the football complex there on campus. Sometimes that stuff is started in-house. And even though there are a lot of people every single year, fans, media members, people that are college football casuals that expect Ohio State to be in the national title contention and have a shot to win at the end of the season, this year a lot of that stuff is coming from inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. And when that's the case, things are tough. Expectations can be dangerous. Sometimes the leaders do not echo the very thing that is being expected of them. And then there's Denzel Burke, who is not shying away from anything in regards to why he came back to Ohio State, what he wants to do this year, some things he wants to earn, and also what he is thinking about the games the Buckeyes are playing this year. Here's what he had to say at Big Ten Media Days about some things that he wants to do and really coming back. They got no gold pants, no natty. So all of that was a big part of the team's decisions are the reasons why they came back. And he went on to say this, quote, and we're all on the same page. We've got to win every single game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, end quote. Those aren't my words. Those came from Denzel Burke. I'll say it again, quote, and we're all on the same page. We've got to win every single game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, end quote. Isn't that what you want from your leader? Isn't that what you want from a guy who is leading your team? Don't you want him to believe that not only this is what you want, but to say it over and over and over and over and over again? And the more times he says it, you hear the conviction in his voice get stronger. The conviction in his demeanor gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Why? Because you want the leader to believe, yeah, we can do this. Now, here's the thing. You're saying you want to go 16-0, not 17-0, 16-0, because there will be 12 regular season games, win the conference championship, that's 13, and then 3 more games to win in the playoff en route to win the national championship. A quarterfinal game, a semifinal game, and then also ultimately the natty. That's tough. That's 100% tough. I mean, literally, we all have talked about it, and said, "Oh well, yeah, Ohio State, they're going to be good. They're going to be cool. They'll be fine. They'll be great. No, I mean, yeah, the place to play off, but it's cool, man. Now just run over everybody." Let me tell you this. I know it's a video game, so it's not like real life. It's not real life. But you're going to get a glimpse. If you play the new college football video game, you're going to get a glimpse of what it's going to take for the team to win a national championship in this season. Just start your dynasty. Go ahead and do that thing. Pick Ohio State. I assume you're going to be good enough to get to the playoff. I ain't even going to say you're going to win the conference. I assume you're going to be good enough to go ahead and to make the playoff. Okay, cool. You make the playoff. Let's just say you win the conference. Cool. You get a bye. It's Big Ten. You're going to get a bye automatically. I mean, come on now. It's just going to happen. Then all of a sudden, quarterfinal game. No matter who you're playing, it's one of the best teams in the country. Okay, cool. You win that. Semifinal round. Oh, a big boy. Oh, this is tough. Okay, cool. You won that. Okay, national championship. And you're going to get a glimpse of, wait, this ain't going to be just no streak where Ohio State plays Indiana, Northwestern, Nebraska, Purdue. Ain't going to be no streaks like that. No, it's going to be big boy after big boy after big boy. And Denzel Burke understands the things coming out of his mouth, and he understands and truly believes, hey, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to win every single game. That's dangerous. I once again will echo the things that came out of Kirk Herbstreit's mouth when he was on the Pat McAfee show talking about the danger of what is surrounding Ohio State right now. It is very dangerous what they are doing and what they're saying. But yes, you are the Ohio State. And as Ryan Day said at Big Ten Media Days, you're expected to win every game at Ohio State. It's tough. It's unfortunate. I mean, literally, we react on this show live on the YouTube, live postcast. As soon as the clock goes, all the zeros, game's over. We are here right here on the YouTube, live reacting to Ohio State games, wins, losses, whatever. And you know what? When we react to losses, why do we react to losses in the ways that we do, with the emotions that we react with? Is because we expect Ohio State to beat their opponents. How many times have you gone into a game where Ohio State was not the favorite team, or even in your mind, you thought, hey, they're not the upper hand, but you still thought, hey, they'll find a way to win? That game was a 2022 season. Ohio State and Georgia in the playoff. Everybody named Mama knew Georgia was probably the better team. Probably. But what did you find? Ohio State had a legitimate shot to win that game. And when they lost, as the clock changed and the calendar changed to a new year, that hit different. Why? Because you still expected Ohio State to win that game. So think about this year. What's happening for the team? You're going to have a team this year that's going to be out there in the fire. They're going to be under a lot of pressure. Not because of what people on the outside are saying. Well, yes, because of that, but also they're just echoing what y'all are saying and what y'all have been saying all offseason. Yes, it's dangerous. But if everybody got this mindset and they still find a way to play loose and to play their game and not get uptight, hey, they might accomplish their goal. In an undefeated national champion, as you may think it's more common than what it actually is, it's actually pretty rare. And you know what? 2014 didn't do it. 2002 did. And if Ohio State wins the Natty this year, they might be undefeated, which is a magical feat if they're able to accomplish that goal in 2024. To accomplish that goal and then expand the playoff and expand the Big Ten where it's 1 versus 2 to win the conference, all of these things are saying, oh, these are more obstacles than normal to actually accomplish our goals. And if they beat Michigan after losing 3 years in a row, if they win the Big Ten Conference, which is playing 1 versus 2 in the conference, if they make the playoff, hosting a playoff game or not, don't really matter. If they make the playoff, great. If they go on and win the Natty in these obstacles, hey, y'all, the toughest, literally the toughest national championship that has ever been won in college football. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't just say that to get clicks. I would truly believe that if Ohio State wins the national championship this year, it would be the toughest national championship win for a team ever in the sport. Man, I'm not a big hot take guy or a big statement guy like that, but I truly believe that. And with this mindset, the team believes it, and they still find a way to play loose and not uptight, they can make the thing happen, y'all. We're up out of here on a Wednesday. Got a couple more days left of shows this week. And fall camp is almost here. I like it. I love it. I can't wait to get the reports and to hear about what is going on inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center as the boys are getting ready. Ohio State Buckeyes are getting ready for the 2024 campaign. You can follow me on X at jstevens07. Thank you for making Locked On Buckeyes. Also, your first listen of the day. Now is the perfect time to make the Locked On College Football Podcast your second listen of the day. Spencer McLaughlin does a phenomenal job of covering the sport. We'll cover you and get you updated with things going on from coast to coast 5 days a week. Wherever you're listening or watching Locked On Buckeyes now, that's the same place you can catch the Locked On College Football Podcast. You can follow me on X at jstevens07. We'll see you next time.